For those of you wondering, this is a re-upload. I recorded this video a couple days ago and it had no fucking audio after like 2 minutes. So here's a redo. You know I love y'all because, man, I already talked about this shit. But fuck it, we gonna talk about it again, ain't we? Here is the time that a huge fucking shadow being caught me. Like, this motherfucker big as shit. Dead ass. He caught me off guard and like he scared me for a little bit, but then I'm like, nigga, fuck you. Like, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's pretty dope too. I actually know this this motherfucker's been around like two, three other times type shit, which I'm gonna talk about. But let's talk about the fucking main shit. Actually, let's get into let's talk about fucking before actually. Let's get to the fuck that. The first time I ever encountered this motherfucker, bro, it had to have been like, it was definitely okay. So this experience when I got caught off guard was fucking. This was like 2 years ago type shit. You know what I'm saying? So I was coming out of Astral retirement, and then this shit happened, which actually was actually beneficial towards me. I'm gonna talk about why this shit happened and why it was allowed to happen and all that other shit, right? But pretty much, yeah. The first time I ever encountered this motherfucker had to have been like, it probably was like 4 years ago. It might have been before. It was probably before the time of which put me in Astral retirement type shit. It's around that period of time, so it's like 4 3 years ago type shit, right? Something like that. Bro, I just go to sleep at night like I usually do. And I wasn't really trying to astral project. I was into lucid dreaming at the time, and I was into astral projection, but I wasn't doing it every single night. So I was in the astral one night though, and pretty much it's like I saw this big dude just like right into my backyard to take something or something like that. And then he starts like walking like, so inside this room, right? You can actually like, there's a window right here, you can actually see people like walking through and stuff like that, and you can also hear people too. So I was like, I think I was in my room looking outside of my window, seeing them inside my backyard. Then I came downstairs and like they were like coming like from here, eventually going there where there's another window at. And pretty much I banged on the window on some shit like, yeah, nigga, I see you. But like I was scared about doing that shit. I ain't gonna lie. And I thought I was awake. It's weird because I thought I was awake, but I knew I was in the astral at the very end. Here's what I mean. When I banged on the fucking window, that he turned around and he was like I could. He didn't really have a face. He's just a big black fucking fat shadow being dude. But he kind of like looked at me on some shit like you done fucked up. And then he came to the door to try to open that shit. And then I ran upstairs and then I meditated to get back into my body. And I'm like, oh shit. So it's like I knew, but I didn't know that I was in the astral. You know what I'm saying? So, and then this experience would come next, and then there's one more after this. But there's been that's not the only time where I've been inside the astral. Then I ran inside my room and was on some shit like this. You know what I'm saying? I just don't remember the other time what fully happened that made me come inside my room to do this. But this happened before, where like I think I'm inside physical reality, but then shit pop off and I say, okay, fuck this. I'm going back to actual physical reality. So anyway, with that being said, right, this experience happened 2 years ago. I'm coming out of Astral retirement because this is around the period of time where I made the video that says around the period of time where I'm talking about Ryan Cropper doing a spirit guide reading for me. It's around that period of time because I was connected with my spirit guides. I'm like, shit, I want to be inside the astral and see y'all. So I was trying to build more astral awareness and be in the astral more, especially because one of my lion spirit guides helps me with the astral projection and said that I committed in the astral. So I was really trying to fuck with the astral way more. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, it's time to come out retirement and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And I already kind of wanted to already because it's like the astral was just like, it's just so much cool shit I know I was missing out on. I want to learn more about aliens, all that other shit. You know what I'm saying? And then nowadays, that I wanted that like when all this fucking Starseed shit popped up, past life shit popped up, it was over from there. I'm like, oh yeah, nigga, I gotta become a fucking astral master type shit. Like, fuck out of here, bro. Cause like, yeah, that's just me type shit. So like, that's what I'm doing right now. But yeah. Anyway, bro, this shit was like 2 years ago, right? I'm coming back to the astral more. I'm trying to, leave my body and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? On this night, I wasn't really trying to do that though. The way that this shit happened was actually kind of crazy because time, I really saw how weird time was, bro. it's either 10 o'clock at night or 2 o'clock at night. It's somewhere between 10 and 2 at nighttime, right? And I'm on the phone with this girl I used to talk to, right? And I'm getting tired on the phone. I'm already falling asleep on the phone, so I'm already about to get ready to hop off the phone type shit. Cause I don't go to sleep on the phone. That's not me. Like, no, I don't care who you are. Like, even if you're my girl, she wasn't even my girl. She's just someone I used to talk to type shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, even if you my girl, we're not falling asleep on the phone. We're not doing that. Like, no. Like, you know what I'm saying? So as I'm falling asleep, I'm already thinking like, damn, I'm getting tired of shit. But she's like, are you falling asleep? And I'm like, yeah, it's time to get off the fucking phone. So we hang up, right? And I fell asleep from there. So at some point, right, I would have thought that this took at least 20 minutes. But it was way less than that. You guys are gonna see. It was way less than fucking 20 minutes. But at some point I appeared inside of my kitchen. And I don't really know what I was doing, but at some point I like hopped and then I peeped I could like levitate. And this would happen often where like I'll like have a dream, right? Then I jump inside there and I people I could just fucking levitate. This shit was happening since I was at least 12. Cause I remember being 12 years, no, not 12, 11. I remember being 11 years old, right? Trying to walk home from school. And then if it's windy outside, I would try to like have my jacket open and then jump in the air and then let the wind make me fly and stuff to resemble my dreams. Because I would always jump inside my dreams, then I just people I could float. And I would always just like do that whole little like I would always like glide and shit. I wouldn't like be like on some like Superman flying shit. I would just always glide. So I was doing that inside this experience in the Astral when I was inside the kitchen and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I was having my fun and stuff like that, just gliding around the kitchen, you know. Then at some point I smoked there because it's like I knew I was there, but you know, like I would still like, cause honestly, let me be so real with you on some real shit. When that whole flying shit would happen, I would think that like it's normal for like who I am in that reality, kind of. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I wouldn't live life as if I was still here. I could just now fly and do other shit, you know? Like I peeped that. Because I have a lot of realities where there's actually a reality where like it's really like on some astral school shit. And I kind of live it as if I'm here, but I just do more other shit. And doing that whole gliding, flying shit is one of them. Anyway, at some point I just had to smoke inside the astral, and nigga, this shit sent me, bro. Like I'm just in my shed smoking, and then at some point I just start going places, right? And at the time, like when I was experiencing it, I knew what the fuck I was doing. By the time I woke up, I kind of forgot what the fuck was going on. But I was doing a whole bunch of shit. Like I knew like I was with my friends at some point. Then we were planning some shit at some point. And then there was some other weird cool shit going on at some point. But then the next part that I vividly remember is the fact that we're at like this ball. We're at like a formal dance. You know what I'm saying? And at this formal dance, I start dancing, right? And then as I'm dancing, I kind of just start like being pulled out of that body. It's like I'm leaving my body in the astral plane. Cause like this happened before. Like I'll be in dreams, and then inside that dream plane, I leave my body. Like you know what I'm saying? Because it's like you have the physical plane, you have the etheric plane or the etheric realm, and then the astral realm. So you have different bodies. You know what I'm saying? That's why like when it like your dreams could be like real physical sometimes because that's more ethereal body shit. The astral body is very light, you know what I'm saying? So like there's people who be like, yo, I can't fly inside the astral because you're inside your etheric body. It's more dense than the astral. That's why you can't fly. But yeah, and that's why also when you get it when you are in realms where you're like fighting like lower beings, that's more etheric plane stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's like they're not like physical like me and you, but they still have some physicality to them. They still have like it's like they have like plasmic matter and etheric matter. They have like a more subtle form of matter. But then when you get to the astral, it's just pure light body shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's what happened kind of inside this plane. It's like more etheric shit. Then I get more to the astral shit. And like it's like I'm literally watching myself. It's like I'm literally flying up, looking down at myself, dancing at the ball, but I'm just going somewhere else now. And then I did some shit, and then I just start coming back to my body. Now when I'm coming back to my body, right, I appear inside of my room. And I'm not really that conscious. Like I kind of think I'm here, But like I think it might be astral shit. I'm not fully sure, right? And other beings take notice of this, like that fat shadow being motherfucker. So at first, I see my door going like this, and usually beings cannot get inside my room. Like the door will like shake and like it's locked. And they may bang, but it never opens. However, during this period of time, my spirit guides let it open because it was kind of prepping me to deal with certain situations like this. Because let's say I don't always have their protection. How am I gonna handle myself? You know what I'm saying? So that's why they kind of let that shit happen. You know. So at this point, the Bing actually opens the door and gets inside. And at first, the door opens right, and it's actually my mom. Like they appear as my mom, right? And she gives me this look that kind of scares me. She gives me a look that's kind of like I can't make the face, but it's kind of like I'm gonna like fuck you up kind of look, and I'm like, what the fuck? So my bed is right here, and the door is right here. So she's at the door, right? And then she gives me that look, and then like phantom hops in front of my bed. So when I say phantom hop, I mean that like it's like she hops, right? But her legs become like like phantoms don't have legs. They have like that little ghost thing, like a genie is like the little ghost tail, whatever the fuck that is. It's like she kind of did that when she hopped. It's like she hopped having some ghost shit and then appeared in front of me and then transformed into a fat ass shadow being, right? So she's in front of me, right? Turns to a fat ass shadow being and then starts walking to the side, comes here next to me, starts punching on me. But as they start punching, right? It's like they get like this close, but they can't. It's like I have like this 4 foot around me because I was thinking like I'm always protected, but I'm still scared as fuck. So like I think I'm protected still, but I'm still kind of scared. So they're doing this shit, right? And I'm looking at them trying to hit me, and it's kind of like fuck. I'm really seeing a shadow being like what the fuck? Then I peep like nigga. One, he's not even able to hit me. Two, this pussy is really weak. I'm like, this nigga's a weak, insecure bitch, which is why he needs to feel powerful by attacking me and scaring me. So from there, I was really thinking about fucking up. I smiled and was like, yo, I'm gonna fuck this guy up. I'm like, I'm gonna fuck you up. Then I was like, you know what, bro? Let me just dip on his ass. You know what I'm saying? So I summoned like this lion, and I'm like, yo, just get me out of here type shit. You know what I'm saying? So I saw that happen, and then I felt myself just like kind of like floating upwardly and stuff like that. Then I appeared back inside of my body and shit, you know? And it was so weird because I would have thought that experience was like maybe like 2 hours type shit. Bro, I texted the person, right? And they were like, bro, that was only 10 minutes. They're like, bro, they were like, you were only asleep for 10 minutes. What the fuck? I'm like, what? Because I was like, yo, bro, this shit happened. Well, really, bro, it's a female. So I'm like, yo, this shit happened. Da da da, what the fuck? And she was like, you were only asleep for like 10 minutes. I'm like, no fucking way. Bro, I checked the call logs. I see when we hung up and I see when I'm texting her now. Bro, that shit slick was like 10, 15 minutes, bro. I was like, bro, what the fuck? I experienced all that shit in 10 minutes. Like, there's been times where I experienced shit. Like, for example, the time Scream attacked me, right? That was probably a 30-minute experience. Most was an hour. You know what I'm saying? So I've had shit like that. I'm like, okay, that was 30 minutes. That shit felt like it was more hours, but I mean, fuck it. I could kind of see that. But 10 minutes, though, that shit threw me for a loop. I'm like, all that shit happened in 10 minutes, bro. That's not the last time I dealt with that pussy. That fucking big shadow beam. The last time I dealt with them, that I remember, I think it might have been like a few other times, but the last time that I remember is like, I was in like a dream plane astral thing, whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? It was really more. So dreams are the astral. It's just that dreams pretty much you make the reality in the dream. So it's like you create the environment inside the astral plane with your dreams. However, you can expand beyond your own creations and stuff like that, right? So that's kind of where I was at. It wasn't just me creating some shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's like it was a fight going on. You know, it's like I'm fighting with people. Like I had people on my side, but it's also the shadow being too. And all I remember is the fact that like I'm fighting the shadow being, and that pussy hit me all the way to the other side. of the fucking street. Like I'm at my neighbor's crib at this point on the other side of the fucking street. Like I got knocked over the whole entire road to the next sidewalk type shit. You know what I'm saying? And then from there, I think I just like woke up or something like that. I was like, yeah, I'm in the Astral. Hold the fuck up. Let me just wake up real quick or something like that. But yeah, haven't really seen him since. Cause if I did now, boy, I'll eat you. What? I'm gonna always say that shit. But yeah, I'll eat. I'll do a lot of shit. Like I could like I've learned on some Arcturian shit how to literally you could literally just disassemble someone's whole form and then rebuild them. Like I literally disassemble all your molecules type shit. You know what I'm saying? If I really have to, you know what I'm saying. Now Arcturians don't really like to do that. It's like you delete somebody out of reality, but like if they have to, they will. Like let's say you're like a big timeline threat. Cause I remember stuff like this, like you're doing like a fucking time mission, and there's some big timeline threat dude, and you just delete him out of existence. You know what I'm saying? So he can't fuck with the timeline, shit like that. But that's pretty much it for this video. Oh, look at the text rolling through. Yo, why did Shorty say? So why not just get a text from my spiritual little sis saying that she woke up from a scary ass dream that she was in a shootout? This is either if it's symbolic, then I know what's going on inside of her life. You know what I'm saying? But it could be like it could be some actual astral shit too. But yo, if you're watching this by the way, hey, what's poppin', spiritual little sis? But AKA Ayana, what's poppin', Ayana? But if this is some yeah, maybe I shouldn't have said her name because now you're gonna be all up in her shit trying to interpret what the fuck her dream means. Let me just end this video here. It's been your boy Dot from Dot.Me.Coaching and Entertainment. Coaching links down below, Spirit Guide ratings down below, Starseed ratings down below, Discourse down below full of Starseeds and spiritual people, Patreons down below full of saucy ass videos, all my links down below, social medias, all that other shit. We got TikTok, Instagram, all that cool shit. You know what I'm saying? It's lit. So yeah, I'm gonna catch you guys in my next video. Peace.